I call Joanne Hayes. Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe. I'm pleased to stand to take a short call on the Hawke's Bay Regional Planning Committee Bill. I want to acknowledge our Minister, the Honourable Chris Finlayson, who tirelessly works on these bills, pushing through over 45 into legislation and over 75 working altogether on these bills. And he is a good minister for the Treaty of Waitangi settlements, and a very good minister overall for this government. I want to acknowledge also the submitters to this bill, Mr Speaker. The Hawke's Bay Regional Council, Mana Ahuriri Incorporated, the Maunga Haruru Tangitu Trust, the Ngāti Kahanunu Iwi Incorporated, Ngāti Pāhauera Development Trust, Te Tira Whakaimi o Te Wairoa, and the Upper Mohaka Kaitiaki Collective. These submitters put in a lot of work over time to end up bringing this bill in its form to back to us after the Select Committee had taken all their discussions and submissions and came out with the bill in its form as it is today. I also want to acknowledge our Select Committee, the Māori Affairs Select Committee, and its members. We work in a collegial way. We are the only Select Committee in this in Parliament that does this, and so therefore we are able to debate the issues respectively with each other and still go away as whānau ki whānau. Mr Speaker, this bill is a standalone bill, and it gives effect to the Crown's commitment to introduce legislation to establish the Hawke's Bay Regional Planning Committee. The Crown's commitment was given to in the Ngāti Pāhauera Deed of Settlement and recorded in the Maunga Haruru Tangitu Deed of Settlement to introduce legislation to set up the Regional Planning Committee. The Crown's commitment to Ngāti Pāhauera Deed of Settlement would see an equal number of council members and iwi representatives to have input into the planning processes of the natural resources that affect the region, something that my colleague Nuk Gorako so eloquently described in his kōrero just recently. I just want to talk a little bit about the membership of the Regional Planning Council and the tangata whenua members. One member appointed by the trustees of each of those Maunga Haruru Tangitu Trust, Ngāti Pāhauera Development Trust, Tūhoi Te Uru, Taumatua, Ngāti Tūwhare Hapu Forum Trust, the Mana Ahuriri Incorporated, Ngāti Hinu Uru Iwi Incorporated, Te Tira Whakiemi o Te Wairoa, 2 members from He Tō Takitini, and 1 member appointed by the appointer for Ngāti Ruapaniki Waikare Moana. And I just want to talk about the appointers because in order to disestablish the Regional Planning Committee, it has to be a unanimous agreement by the appointers. So the appointers have a very key role in the Regional Planning Committee. Mr Speaker, this legislation it's necessary. It overcomes certain provisions on Schedule 7 of the Local Government Act 2002, and it allows the Regional Planning Committee to become a permanent committee of the Regional Council, and Hawke's Bay Regional Council. Mr Speaker, this is a good bill. It's a standalone bill. It's a bill that demonstrates that this national-led government stands by its commitments. It's a government that listens to what the people are saying, the people that the bills stand for. It is a government that says what we're going to do and we do it. And Mr Speaker, I am very proud to commend this bill to the House. Thank you.
Kia ora. I call Catherine Delahunty.